Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today's going to be a match between Rush and InControl here on Blue Storm. Okay, I found this replay by accident. I wanted to cast an InControl game, and then I saw a ZVZ that lasted longer than 7 minutes, got pretty excited, and decided to cast it. So bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player. It is Rush. And in the top right-hand corner, it is the orange Zerg player InControl. Is red-orange color blindness a thing? I'm pretty sure red-orange color blindness is totally a thing. So if that's you, I apologize. This is the other thing I can do is make everybody yellow, which doesn't really help and is really bad in a ZVZ. Any mirror matchup is yellow versus yellow if I go to team colors. It's weird. I don't know why. All right, so orange versus red it is. Okay, so this is longer than 7 minutes, longer than 10 minutes, longer than 12 minutes even. I think this is the longest ZVZ I have, other than when Rhett plays against 3 other Zergs controlled by the AI. I'm not entirely sure what's in those, but maybe one day I'll cast one and see what it is. Dun 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 dun. Pool first here from Rush, and Extractor first here from InControl, which means he will have his speed earlier, but his lings later. This is basically a build order matchup win for InControl, because if you get zerglings first, then they still have to run all the way over here. Right. And InControl is going to throw it on his pool any second now. The longer this goes on. Okay, there it is. Yeah, so that pool is on the way, which means his lings will be later, but it doesn't matter. They don't have to go anywhere. But what this does is allow him to get the counterattack out really fast, because his lings will have speed by the time a counterattack needs to really happen here. And thus far, both players playing pretty standard ZVZ. You make a ton of lings early, you try to kill your opponent or defend against their lings, and then somebody goes into Mutalisks and then somebody wins. Usually the player that went into Mutalisks first wins. So I'm curious to see how this goes longer than a standard ZVZ. Hit that like button if you're excited to see what this ZVZ is all about, and if you're excited I actually cast a ZVZ. Because I know I am stoked to be casting an actual ZVZ. Now, back home, we got some lings on the way. Zoom, 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 like I said. Oh no, this is real scary, but check it out. The pool's done for InControl. He has a Sunken on the way and a lair. Wow. He is rushing lair here, and he's going to hold with a Sunken and a pair of Zerglings, which actually might be enough against these 6 lings. Wait, is that 5 lings? Where's the other one? Oh, he's back here. He's a little behind, and then 2 more coming in. So this is a little aggressive. This is a little bit more aggressive than just 6 lings. We got 8 in production, actually on the way, rather. Not in production. From the red Zerg player. This is why you have overlords floating across the map to see what's coming your way, is so that you can be ready for it. Especially in a ZVZ where there's nothing that can shoot up to kill your overlords super early. I mean, hydras aren't too far along the tech tree, but definitely overlord scouting is what you want to do here. Now, Sunken in a great position where it can't be surrounded. Lings trying to make sure defensive positions are put up so that the other lings cannot surround the Sunken and kill it. These more Zerglings, Skull. This is a lot of Zergling. He is cutting workers. Look at this, 9 to 13 workers. InControl is going to be able to get mutas out way faster than Rush's. Rush needs to win this thing now with said Rush. Lair done. Is InControl. Does he dare? He's doing it. He dares. Oh, it says creep colony. Never mind. I was like, does he have the resources? He has the resources to throw down a spire. He faked me out for a second there. I mean, putting it there is just asking for it to get sniped. And up here is better. There's your spire, InControl. Excellent. A drone coming in, actually. What is that? What is that drone here to do? Is it bait? See, but this is the problem. Now, it's 11 to 11 workers. Both players are pretty much even on economy. Pretty much even on Zergling count. But Spire is further behind here for Rush. You know what? It's actually not that far behind. So bottom line, what we're looking at here is both players have speedlings. Let the ling-on-ling action begin. And Rush doesn't like what he sees there. He's fleeing. But the Sunkens cost quite a bit here for defense for InControl, and Rush didn't make any Sunkens of his own, so he was able to make those lings, and able to make some extra drones, and now they're pretty much even at this stage of the game. So, yeah, they've played each other to a stalemate here in the first 4.5 minutes. Nothing really has died, with the exception of a handful of Zerglings. No, Spire our way for both players, because you don't skip Spire in ZVZ or you die. You gotta kill your opponent with lings first, man. If you can kill him with Lings, great. Otherwise, you better have your own Spire on the way or you're toast. Now, Overlords are in positions to die. They're trying desperately to move out of the way, so when Mutas start coming in, they're not exactly super easy to find. Barely an inconvenience. But yeah, Muta's on the way in from InControl because the Spire was done a little bit sooner than Rush's was. And Rush is going to pop any second now and start his own Mutalisk production. InControl could make 4 more. I guess he's a little bit supply blocked. He's got Larva here too. 1 base Larva production isn't a lot, it turns out. InControl coming in and does get 1 of the drones on gas. And another drone. So 2 drones on gas. And, oh, dude, every drone now is precious. Another drone goes down. So it's 7 to 11 workers. This is such a low econ ZVZ right now, and I kind of like it a lot. 7 to 10 workers at 5 minutes. As InControl is making a macro hatch, which is cool. And then Rush is going to send his Lings across the map, which, again, InControl's Lings know about. So the Mutas are coming in, and the Mutas are really good against Zerglings because Zerglings can't shoot up. Now, Muta versus Muta action right now. The control is going to be really good. Muta stacking is incredibly important. Putting that Overlord into your control group so you can actually move all of the Mutas and stack them on top of each other like a so is going to be really important in winning this. And then target firing individual Mutas on the other flock is going to be really important too. Hard to do if they're stacked, but you can't keep them stacked perfectly all the time. So you should be able to select one of these Mutas to single attack with all of your Mutalisks. And if you have enough, you can one-shot them, but we are a ways from that at this stage of the game. Is anybody even trying to expand at this point? Heck no. No one is interested in expanding at all right now, as near as I can tell. I mean, all the Overlords are on their sides of the map pretty much, or at least heading back that way, so that if Mutas come across and try to kill them, defensive Mutas can be scrambled and try to save them. Scourge coming in too. Scourge a big deal. Spore Crawler is a big deal. Obviously, if you're trying to fend off enemy Mutas, anything that can shoot up and shoot air stuff is going to be great. Hydras, we do see sometimes. They're usually from the player that's behind. It doesn't usually go super well for them. The Mutas are just too mobile. They're too tanky. They hit too hard. Hydras can't really handle them. So I'd be surprised if either of them went for him at this point. Both players have a pretty good Muta count. Both players are really defensively just macroing their faces off. InControl with a 12 to 8 worker lead is really good. I mean, the important stuff here is gas, right? Because you have enough minerals to support this many Mutalisk production based on the gas you have with just a handful of drones that you have on minerals here for Rush. Now, InControl is going to be able to get a few more minerals than Rush is over time and might allow him, well, first of all, it allowed him to get this macro hatch, which is awesome. It's better for mineral collection to have this hatchery down here and that one up there, and might even allow him to take an expansion right here sooner rather than later. Both players going for the +1 flyer attack upgrades, which is really good in Muta versus Muta action. And yeah, this has been really passive for a ZVZ, and I guess that's how that works. If you want a super long ZVZ, both players have to be passive, at least for the first 10 minutes, I'd have to say. I mean, I kind of feel like the good news here for InControl is he's got these Sunkens, and he has a better economy, and he's up overall in supply right now. So, I mean, it's his game to lose at the moment. Rush really does know what he's doing, but InControl is just ahead. Basically because of his build order, and basically because he hasn't lost much of anything. He hasn't lost any drones. Again, he did make a couple drones to make the Sunkens, and one to make the hatchery, but that's definitely seemed to have paid off in the end here. And by the end, I mean here at the 8.5 minute mark. Overlords just spread. Just trying to see if the Mutaflock decides to come over and start killing stuff. I should know about it. So we've got 9 here for Rush, and we have a full 12 for InControl right now. So he's definitely, again, ahead by 10 supply. That +1 flyer attack's coming in. I feel like we're waiting for that to finish before we really move out. These players are really tentative. I don't think I've ever seen InControl play a more tentative game. He's usually pretty aggressive. With his Zerg, he likes going Hydro Lurker against Terran and against Protoss. He likes being aggressive with Lings too, but it's just too hard. It's too hard in ZVZ to get out there, get an attack in, not lose everything, and then the counterattack wrecks your face. So Scourge control is going to be incredibly important in this match. Stupidly important, Scourge control. Scourge can get hits on Mutalisks, do tons of damage to them. It's 110 damage. Mutas only have 120 HP. So one Scourge hit brings a Muta down to almost dead, and then the enemy Mutas get some stuff done. So +1 flyer attack is just about done for Rush. He's moving out. It is done for InControl. There it is. It's both done. Done for both players right now. And here we have the chaos that is Mutalisks. Yeah, InControl's Mutas are kind of getting wrecked here, but the Scourge are coming in late. Wow. Rush still has a bunch of Mutalisks. It's the Scourge that are going to have to win this for InControl. Meanwhile, Ling Attack down below. It seems like Rush has... No, he does not have enough to hold here. That's a big problem for him, but he lost the Mutalisk battle. InControl is actually down in supply right now. This is going not super well for InControl, I can tell you that much. However, Rush is going to lose his Spire, so that's not going to be good for him. No more Mutalisk production at this point in time, and here come the Mutalisks. Oh, that Muta for InControl just died. So at this stage, desperately trying to get some Evolution Chamber so we can get some Spores. I don't know how InControl is not dead at this stage, other than the fact that these Lings for InControl are murdering all of his stuff back on the other side. So it's a base race with Mutalisks for Rush and Zerglings for InControl. And drone count is 2-1. Nobody is super happy with their income right now. It's 19-9 total supply in favor of Rush. But Zerglings are pretty good at killing buildings, and Mutalisks aren't the best units at killing buildings. And now, allowing a Spore to come up would be disastrous. Scourge control against Scourge. That was pretty great. That was pretty great control from Rush. He must have been doing that the entire game. There's a couple engagements I didn't quite catch what he was doing because of the Ling attacks down south, but yeah, there's an Extractor on the way down south here for Rush because he knows he's going to lose everything here. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff. InControl is able to drone up as he's got a Spore to fall back to, which is really nice. And Rush's main base is just gone. I mean, the Lings think maybe they've won with that Extractor, but they haven't. And Rush doesn't have another hatch. So he's got 2 Extractors that he's hidden that are going to have to be found by these Lings. They're checking Extractors around the map, trying to see is there a hatch that we missed somewhere, but they're dead now. And doing this with Zerglings is hard if there are Mutas out. But InControl has this one. There's just no way, unless the Mutalisks can come in, kill these drones again, and kill any drones that come out from this point on. I mean, it's not a ton. Ow. That was not great control. It's not a ton of workers for InControl, but 4 is infinitely more than 0. Infinitely more than 0. And Rush has 0 workers. He's got 9 minerals and no hatcheries with which to make more larvae anyway. Scourge problematic. Ooh, 1 Muta just died. Yep, so 6 remaining. I mean, the Evolution Chamber, might as well kill that if there's nothing else to kill here. InControl just making Scourge. He doesn't want to make Mutalisks against this group. Nice. Ooh, I think that was a hit, actually. Yeah, that was a hit. That was a hit. That was not a hit. Those last 2 ones were not hits. I apologize. One of them was a hit, but 2 of them weren't. InControl doesn't have a ton of gas, but he does have 22. And he has no more gas income. So this is it for Scourge for him. These 2. Oh, the micro on display. So yeah, this definitely feels like a longer game that still doesn't get past the Mutalisk stage. If that Spore could actually hit the Mutalisk that's severely injured, this one. Ow! Alright, so 1 died. 1 is severely injured. There are still 5, but one of them, again, is down at 24 HP, which is way more than enough for Scourge to kill him, but there's no more Scourge. There we go, on the gas. InControl's on the gas to make more Scourge as necessary. Zerglings are running around. Overlord did find this Extractor, so it's in a lot of trouble. Now the question is, do the Mutas go try to save it? Or do they try to shut down this income? I mean, that's it. InControl, he can fall back to the Spore as long as he never allows himself to get below 50 minerals. And he's smart enough to do that. He's smart enough to not allow himself to get below 50. Then he should be fine. He can always make... Oh, just kidding. He's at 40 now. There's 50. Okay. There's 50. And I mean, these are the 5 Mutalisks that Rush will have from now until the end of time. So again, I am pretty darn certain InControl has this game won. It's not over yet. Rush still feels like he has a chance. The Zerglings find... I think the Zerglings found the one in the bottom right, too. Although the Zergling is heading the opposite direction now, but he was down here for a second. Maybe he only got so far as this, which would be interesting, actually. Huh. Ha. So, Rush has decided to move his Overlords out, because what else are you going to do? InControl's at 4 drones still. Able to make more Scourge. And these Zerglings will find this Extractor at some point. They haven't, obviously. Ow, gosh. Big hit. Big hit. Still 5 Mutalisks, though. Another one has joined the almost dead club, which is a bad club, and killing Overlords is not going to do anything for you, Rush. He's just practicing his Mutastack attack, which, sure, I guess. I mean, you probably don't want to hold still with these, or else the Scourge will have an easier time of exploding on your face, right? Man, Scourges keep dying. This might be a kind of a game where Rush gets better trades than InControl does, but InControl wins just because he actually has an economy, you know? Ah, here we go. Extractor in the bottom right has been discovered. That was some really, really nice control from Rush. Whoa. But that's it, yeah? I don't see any other buildings. Did they just leave it? They just left it. I think they saw the Mutalisks coming and they were like, no. No, we're not getting in there. Fantastic. Just ridiculous work. This whole thing has been. My goodness. Scourge refusing to make connections, or rather the Mutos are refusing to allow them to make connections. But again, economy? No economy. So that explains it. That explains why this game is longer than usual. A bit of a cautious play from both players at the start. And then Russia's economy is nothing. And InControl's economy normally would be nothing, but again, compared to what Russia is doing, it's all the money in the world. So at this stage, I don't know if InControl is messing with Rush, and he's just like, I could kill this extractor. I chose not to, just to prolong this game. Just for the lulz, which I could see InControl doing that, I guess. Especially if this was a random practice match or a random ladder match or something like that. I want to kill these mutas is my goal in life. But the control is too good from Rush. Too good from the red. Oh, never mind. I jinxed it, man. That is one down Mutalisk. And, okay. I mean, again, great trades, right? 1 Scourge hit, 4 do not. But InControl could do this forever until the Muta count is 0. And then he, at his leisure, comes on down and kills the Extractor. The Extractor is dead anyway. I mean, the Mutas are heading down here like this is his life's work is to keep this Extractor alive. Maybe it is. Oh, nice juke. Oh, no, that's it. He's out. Good game. Scourge get hits. And InControl is your winner with the incredible economy of 5 drones. And what did he have? I mean, some Scourge at the end of the game there. Like a Zergling. Yeah, a Zergling. Scourge hits were good. Not incredibly efficient, but that's fine. Fun little ZVZ, though. Fun little ZVZ. I mean, InControl wins big time on structures because he destroyed everything that Rush had. And he had way more resources because of the last 10 minutes of the game. There was no income for Rush. But produced here, 132, killed 44. And see, Rush produced only 66 units and killed 95. This is what I'm talking about. This is some efficient kill-death ratios here. Produced death ratios here. But it wasn't enough because this economy tab is so in favor of InControl. And was for most of the match. So, good stuff. Really, really fun stuff there today. But that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of a StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a ZVZ. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.